Amid the whirlwind of love, have you ever felt lost, insecure, and hurt without being able to explain why? Could it be that your intuition is warning you about a toxic relationship? Does this person truly love you, or are they a master of disguise silently consuming your soul? In this video, we will uncover the truth and face a painful reality that many of us have experienced or are currently facing: being in love with a covert narcissist. They are so cunning and manipulative that it becomes difficult to recognize their tactics. They make you doubt yourself, convincing you that every mistake is your fault, but don't let them win. Join us as we explore the 7 red flag signs of a covert narcissist, helping you identify and protect yourself from toxic relationships. Be brave enough to face the truth, heal the wounds, and seek a genuine love where you are truly cherished and valued. If this is your first time here, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button to become a part of our community. Together, let's delve into fascinating topics, explore new perspectives, and work towards becoming the best version of ourselves. Falling in love with a narcissist is not the rosy journey you might imagine. It's like a dangerous chess game where you are led through 3 stages: the sweet love bombing phase, the ruthless abuse phase, and finally, the merciless discard phase. To avoid becoming a prey in this toxic game, you need to arm yourself with the necessary knowledge right now. Let's expose the covert tactics of the narcissist, recognize the red flags hidden in daily life, and protect yourself from harmful relationships. Don't get too deep into a relationship before you realize the other person's true nature. Stay alert, trust your intuition, and learn how to read narcissists from the very first interactions. Sign 1. Beware of the love-bombing tactic. Imagine stepping into a new relationship and suddenly being showered with an overwhelming downpour of affection. Compliments, expensive gifts, acts of attention that go far beyond the norm. It feels like a beautiful dream, a fairy tale where everything seems perfect. To make it more convincing, they start painting a glorious future for the two of you: luxurious vacations, a cozy home filled with adorable children, or simply romantic nights together, all vividly and attractively described, making you believe you found your true soulmate, someone who will walk with you to the end of the road. But be cautious. This could be the love-bombing tactic covert narcissists use to manipulate you. In their distorted minds, love is not about mutual care, understanding, and sharing. It's a tool for control and possession. They want you to become completely dependent on them, making it easier to distort your perceptions and manipulate your emotions. Epictetus, the famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Do not be quick to make friends with anyone." This advice holds even more weight in romantic relationships. Don't get swept away by initial emotions. Take your time to observe and truly understand the other person. According to a study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences, people who tend to have low self-esteem or lack solid boundaries in relationships are ideal prey for covert narcissists. They exploit these weaknesses to manipulate and control you. Narcissists want you to fall for them as quickly as possible because they cannot maintain their perfect mask forever. They know that once you are emotionally attached, controlling and manipulating you becomes easier. If you have ever felt this way, leave a 1 in the comments below. Sign 2. The hoovering tactic. Let's say you've discovered their perfect mask has slipped, revealing the true face of a covert narcissist. At this point, instead of denying or explaining, they'll deploy the hovering tactic, a powerful tool for manipulation. They transform into a romance artist, weaving sweet words, empty promises, and romantic gestures as if the past hurts never happened. They will pull you into a state of blissful illusion, making you believe they have genuinely changed and that the relationship will be revived. But this is nothing more than a calculated performance. Their aim is not your happiness, it's power and control. They want to drag you back into the toxic cycle to continue manipulating and using you. To achieve this, they won't hesitate to employ any strategy, stirring up your compassion by reminding you of their sacrifices and hardships, exploiting your vulnerabilities by targeting your insecurities and emotional wounds, or making empty promises of a bright future where all mistakes are forgiven. Be careful. Don't let yourself be deceived again. Every time you fall into their trap, you're only giving them more ammunition to hurt you deeper. They don't care about your feelings. In fact, they may even find enjoyment in your pain. Be brave and step out of the toxic cycle because you deserve a healthy and genuine love. If you find this video helpful, please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to show your support. Sign 3. They always start arguments. Communication is the truest reflection of a person's nature, especially during moments of tension or disagreement. Pay close attention to the words they use, their tone, and their attitude. In a healthy relationship, respect and understanding are prerequisites. There's no room for insults, belittling, or threats. However, for a covert narcissist, communication becomes a power game, a battlefield where they constantly seek dominance. They will turn words into weapons to punish you whenever you dare to push back or express a different opinion. They might switch to the silent mode, ignore you, or even disappear entirely, leaving you anxious, fearful, and ultimately begging for forgiveness, even if you did nothing wrong. For instance, if you question why they often come home late without explanation, they'll accuse you of being irrationally jealous, overly controlling, or say you don't trust me. Or when you share difficulties at work, they might ignore you and shift the conversation to their own successes, making you feel small and insignificant. Even more terrifying, they take pleasure in seeing you lose control during these arguments. They know your weak points and how to ignite the spark that makes you angry. And when you fall into the trap, they quickly play the victim, making you question whether you're the one ruining the relationship. Remember, you cannot change someone who doesn't want to change. The more you engage in these arguments, the more you get entangled in their toxic web. Be brave enough to step away from these pointless battles, set healthy boundaries for yourself, and seek relationships that truly deserve you. You are worthy of love and respect. Never settle for anything less. Sign 4. They suddenly disappear. In the fourth case, a more subtle but equally insidious tactic, opposite to previous situations, is their sudden disappearance. Without any explanation or goodbye, they coldly cut off all contact, block you on every platform, and leave you drowning in a sea of questions and indescribable pain. Don't try to create scenarios in your mind to justify their disappearance. Don't deceive yourself with theories of unexpected events or baseless misunderstandings. The truth is, they chose to leave selfishly and irresponsibly, leaving you with deep emotional scars and lingering pain. Remember, when the narcissist isn't with you, it's because they're with someone else. You are just one of many prey in their ruthless game. To them, it's as if you never existed. Their world now revolves around a new, fresher, and more appealing supply. However, this disappearance often isn't the end of the relationship. The narcissist may reappear after some time, acting as if nothing ever happened, only to disappear again when they lose interest. It is this cat and mouse behavior that keeps their victims constantly anxious, suspended between reality and illusion, unsure of what's true and what's false. When faced with the sudden departure of a narcissist, have the courage to accept the truth, no matter how harsh it may be. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman philosopher king, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Their disappearance is an event beyond your control. Don't let it disturb the peace within your soul. Don't waste your precious time and energy trying to find reasons or justify their actions. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Focus on what you can control, your thoughts and actions. Protect yourself by setting clear boundaries. Block them on all platforms, cut off all contact. As Seneca advised, each person is their own guardian. Do not give them the opportunity to come back and hurt you again. Remember, your peace and happiness are your responsibility, not anyone else's. Focus on healing and self-growth, and you will find the strength to overcome any challenge life presents. Sign 5. They love playing the victim. In the script arsenal of a covert narcissist, the victim role is one of their favorite performances. They have the ability to turn the most ordinary situations into catastrophic dramas, constantly portraying themselves as unfairly treated, hurt by others, and endlessly crying out for sympathy from those around them. For example, if you casually criticize their unhealthy eating habits, they will instantly transform into the victim of judgment and lack of compassion. They might say things like, "You're always nitpicking me, nothing I do ever pleases you," or "You make me feel awful about myself to make you feel guilty and to seek comfort from you." However, not everyone who plays the victim is a narcissist. Many of us may exhibit this tendency due to past trauma. So how can you distinguish? Observe the frequency. If they constantly play the victim in every situation, big or small, it could be a red flag. Pay attention to their reaction. When you try to set boundaries or express differing opinions, if they respond by attacking, threatening, or guilt-tripping you, it's likely you're dealing with a narcissist. Assess their capacity for self-reflection. If they never take responsibility for themselves and always blame circumstances or others, it indicates a lack of empathy and accountability. When you recognize that the other person is wearing the victim mask, do not lose your composure or let compassion overshadow your reason. Be like a true Stoic, strong and wise, standing firm against the emotional storms they create. Epictetus once said, "What troubles us is not the event itself, but our perception of it." See through their victim act and recognize it as a manipulation tactic, and remember that you have the power to choose not to be affected by it. Marcus Aurelius advised to focus on what you can control. You cannot force them to change or take responsibility for their actions, but you can absolutely control your own response. Establish clear boundaries, protect yourself from harm, and refuse to engage in their toxic game. Seneca reminds us, learn to accept what you cannot change. There are people in relationships that you cannot save. We do not cling to what doesn't belong to you. Let go and continue your own journey. Always remember that you deserve a healthy love where you are valued, respected, and treated fairly. Never stop believing in that and continue living a life that is truly worth living. Sign 6. Displaying arrogance. In conversation, if you feel like you're speaking to a wall, being ignored, interrupted, or overshadowed, be cautious. You may be dealing with a narcissist. They will dominate the conversation, turning it into a stage to showcase themselves. Every topic will be subtly redirected towards them, their achievements, their stories, and their emotions. You will feel like a passive audience member, forced to listen and applaud their performance. They do not care about what you say, your feelings, or your thoughts. They are merely waiting for their turn to speak, to shine, and to be admired. This lack of regard is evident in their constant interruptions, topic changes, or even completely ignoring you. Remember, a healthy conversation is one that involves exchange, listening, and mutual respect. If you feel you are not being treated fairly in a conversation, it could be a sign that you are interacting with someone with narcissistic tendencies. Sign 7. Words and actions don't align. In the labyrinth of relationships, beware of those who weave sweet promises with their words, but remain empty in action. They may use language as a weapon to seduce, manipulate, and conceal their true nature. This is one of the red flags of a covert narcissist. They will tell you about a glorious future, about grand plans, about positive changes they will make. But the reality is much harsher. Those words are just soap bubbles, quickly bursting in the wind. They will never turn them into reality, because they are only concerned with themselves, with satisfying their enormous ego. They will promise to change, to become a better person, but then quickly forget those promises. They will continue to repeat the same mistakes, continue to hurt you, and justify their actions with absurd excuses. Be vigilant and discerning. Don't be fooled by sweet words. Observe their actions carefully. See if they really do what they say. If their words and actions don't align, that's when you need to be alert and protect yourself. And so we've explored 7 red flags of covert narcissists hidden in everyday conversations. We hope this knowledge helps you become more aware and discerning in your relationships, recognize subtle manipulation tactics, and protect yourself from unnecessary hurt. Remember, you deserve a healthy love, a relationship built on mutual respect, trust, and sharing. Never stop believing that, and always be brave enough to say no to toxic relationships. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Together, we can build a strong community where everyone can share, support each other, and grow together.